What's up, everybody, and happy Monday. I'm so happy that we're at the start of a new week. The weather is terrible. I don't know why I always end up talking about the weather. Probably because as I'm filming this, behind the camera is a window, so that's really all I can see is what's going on in the weather. But the weather is terrible, which is really annoying because it's May. But regardless of that, I'm actually doing very well today. I woke up, didn't wake up early, but I woke up in good spirits, probably because I know my birthday is coming up. My birthday's on Saturday. I'm very excited about this birthday. For some reason, probably because it's going to be something new that I'm doing outside of, just the normal quarantine life. So yeah, happy Monday. Hope everyone is having a great start to their Monday, a great start to their week. Let's go ahead and get started for today's video. As always, God is blessing us. He's always going to be blessing us. So this week, we're going to be talking about authenticity, which honestly took a turn from the original plan. Like last week, we ended up talking a little bit about like our design and identity, which when I originally planned this out, that wasn't what we were supposed to be talking about last week. But you know what? I'm just following what the Lord is telling me to do. Okay, so today we are talking about our authentic design. Where we left off from Friday was we were talking about our design, what our design was, and understanding that to really understand who we are, or to really be us or be you, which is our focus for May, be you. To really be you, you really have to understand what your design was, what were you created for, how you were created, and then how are you supposed to use the those things that you were created for, or the things that you were created, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but how you can use those things to be the best person that you were created to be, if that makes sense. I know I kind of stumbled on my words a little bit, but just follow me, okay? So on Friday, we talked about what a design was, and a design is a plan or a drawing that's produced to show how something looks, how something functions, or how it works. But before it's made, and that is very important to understand, because you can't say that something is designed if it wasn't thought of prior to it being made. Okay, if you just took Play-Doh and just started making something, it wasn't designed, you kind of just freestyled it. Okay, it was very spur of the moment. It may come out to be beautiful, but it also may come out to be ugly. Okay, so that's the chances that you may take. But understanding that we all have a specific design, honestly, two things really jump out at me is the planning part. Okay, some understanding or just knowing the importance of the fact that we were all designed. That means that we were thought of before being who we are right now. And that is very important. We talked a little bit about this on Friday, about how God predestined us and how we were thought of and how he knows the plans before we even, came into existence. But that really sticks out to me because there has to be some importance to my life if someone took the time to design me, to think of me, not someone. If God took the design to think of who Ashley was, what she was going to do, the things that she was going to be broken from, like we talked about last week, the things that she was going to be healing from, how I'm going to use that in my future or to touch the lives of many people. God really had to care a whole heck of a lot about me if he sat down to design me. Same thing with you. Like you're just not some random pieces of flesh and cells and blood and whatever else goes into your body. You're not just some random thing that was put together. You were designed. Okay, someone actually, I don't know why I keep saying someone, God actually sat down and was like, how am I going to make him, or how was I going to make her? And he really thought about his plan. So that, honestly, if you are questioning the meaning of life or anything, just think about the design that went into creating you. Think about that. Like, that to me is just awesome. So that's the first thing. The second thing, the second point that I take out of that is that we were uniquely and authentically created. Unique meaning there's no one else like us, period. And authentic means that we are the only ones like us. So honestly, both of those words are kind of meaning the same thing, but there's no one else out there that is designed the exact same way as you. So last week we were talking a lot about the iPad and the block of wood example. But unlike iPads, okay, so we were saying how we did not, want to be an iPad functioning as a block of wood. However, unlike iPads that are created by a machine and really don't have too much thought outside of whatever Steve Jobs thought into it, but when they're made by the machine, it's a machine that's doing the exact same thing. So every single iPad should be, like, if you took it apart, should be the exact same thing. Maybe different colors, you may be able to customize it once you get it, but originally when it's made, it's the same thing. Unlike iPads or unlike any form of machinery, there's not a person on this planet that is going to be the exact same as you. Even if you are a twin, even if you have a twin out there, your twin, could be identical, is not the same person as you. Okay? You don't have the same number of hairs on your head. Your fingerprints aren't the same. Even outside of physical features, your thoughts are never going to be the exact same thought. The way you feel about something is never going to be exactly the same. Your ideas are never going to be exactly the same. They may be similar, but they're never going to be exactly the same. Understanding that, honestly, is extremely important too, because think about, if you don't really understand how unique and how authentic you are, or how unique your design was and how authentic it was, think about all of the unmarked territory that you haven't even crossed into because you don't understand how unique you are. And what I'm trying to say is, like, if you haven't really figured out, who you were, or you really haven't figured out how to be you, how to be your unique and authentic self, there are going to be a lot of things or a lot of people that are waiting for you to do whatever you were purposed and designed and created on this earth to do, but because you haven't figured it out yet, it may or may not get done. That's a sad point to bring up. I don't want to dwell there too much longer, but we're going to talk about that on Wednesday, and then also on Friday too, is about really tapping into your potential and making sure that we're uncovering our design and uncovering why we were created, and really going all the way back to January and focusing on what our purpose was and making sure that it all comes full circle, because understanding your design is then in point knowing and fulfilling your purpose on the earth. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about this week. Okay, so that should be great. But yes, on Wednesday we'll be back with talking about our authenticity. That's kind of hard to say. Our authenticity. And then Friday, we're going to talk about how we are supposed to live authentic selves. Saturday morning, I will also be going live. Saturday is my birthday, so, if you want to drop a gift, that would be great too. But if not, that's also great. But Saturday, I will be going live just to, as our mid-month check-in, just to see, how we're doing with our authenticity and how we're being ourselves. Okay, so that was a lot. But yeah, hope everyone has a great Monday, and I'll talk to you guys again on Wednesday. Bye.